Welcome to today's lesson on the human digestive system. In this session, we will explore the importance of digestion and the role of major digestive organs in the body. In our lesson today, we will explore the purpose of digestion in breaking down molecules for absorption. We will then explore the role of the major organs involved in digestion, recognizing their structure and function. Digestion explains how our bodies convert food into the essential components that we need for growth, energy, and maintenance. By diving deeper into the specific functions of the digestive organs, we advance our biological understanding by recognizing how these organs work in concert to convert the food that we eat into the essential nutrients that are required by our bodies. This knowledge helps us to appreciate the physiological coordination that is required for effective digestion. The primary goal of digestion is to convert large, insoluble food molecules into smaller, soluble ones. For example, larger molecules such as starch and proteins are broken down into smaller molecules such as glucose and amino acids. These small, soluble molecules can then pass through the walls of our intestines and enter the bloodstream. They are then transported throughout the body to cells. Once nutrients have been absorbed into the cells, these molecules then serve two primary functions. The first is in generating energy. Nutrient molecules are important for releasing energy through chemical reactions in the cell. For example, glucose is a key player in cellular respiration, which generates energy for the cell's activities. Remember that the equation for aerobic respiration is glucose plus oxygen becomes carbon dioxide and water. Glucose is a reactant in this process. The second important function of nutrient molecules is in building and repairing. Nutrient molecules are also important for growth, repair, and the correct functioning of cells, and consequently, tissues and organs. For example, amino acids are essential for building proteins, which are used for growth and repair of tissues. So, how does the body break down these molecules for absorption? This process involves the digestive system, which is an organ system where several organs work together to digest and absorb food. Each organ plays a specific role in processing the food we eat, breaking it down into smaller components that our bodies can use for energy, growth, and repair. We can investigate the function of each organ in the digestive system by following the journey of food from start to finish. The following organs make up what is known as the digestive tract, which is the passage along which food passes through in the body. The mouth makes food easier to swallow and improves the efficiency of enzyme action. Saliva, produced by the salivary glands, contains the enzyme known as amylase, which starts breaking down starch into simpler sugars. Following this, the food enters the esophagus, which is a muscular tube that connects the mouth to the stomach. Through a series of contractions known as peristalsis, the esophagus pushes swallowed food down into the stomach. At this point, the stomach then further digests food, both mechanically and chemically. The stomach churns food into smaller parts, making it easier to digest. Furthermore, the stomach lining produces protease enzymes. The role of these enzymes is to digest proteins into amino acids. The stomach lining also secretes hydrochloric acid, which kills harmful bacteria in the stomach and provides the optimum pH for the protease enzymes to function effectively. After leaving the stomach, the food enters the small intestine. The small intestine is the major site for the digestion and absorption of food. Enzymes from the pancreas and bile from the liver aid in breaking down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. The small intestine absorbs the resulting smaller, soluble food molecules into the bloodstream. The food then enters the large intestine. The primary role of the large intestine is to absorb water from undigested food, turning it into a more solid form known as feces. This is crucial for maintaining the body's water balance. Finally, the rectum stores feces until they are ready to be expelled from the body through the anus during defecation. There are several organs which food does not directly pass through, but are still involved in digestion. For example, the salivary glands produce saliva, which contains the enzyme amylase. Amylase begins the chemical digestion of carbohydrates by breaking down starch into maltose in the mouth. Secondly, the pancreas produces several important digestive enzymes: amylase for carbohydrate digestion, protease for protein digestion, and lipase for fat digestion. These enzymes are released into the small intestine to aid in the digestive process. Additionally, the liver also has a role in digestion by producing bile. Bile is a substance that is essential for the digestion of fats. It is produced in the liver and stored in the gallbladder before being released into the small intestine. Bile plays two crucial roles in the digestive process. Firstly, bile is capable of neutralizing stomach acid because it is alkaline. This helps to neutralize the acidic content that comes from the stomach, which creates an optimal environment for the digestive enzymes in the small intestine so that they can function effectively. Secondly, bile causes the emulsification of fats. Bile breaks down large fat globules into smaller droplets. This process, known as emulsification, increases the surface area of fats, making it easier for the digestive enzymes to further break down fat molecules into their constituent parts of fatty acids and glycerol. By examining each element of the digestive system, we can appreciate how each organ contributes to the process of converting the food that we eat into nutrients that our bodies can use. Let's now work through some questions related to the digestive system. Now let's look at some practice questions to consolidate our knowledge. Here is our first question. Look at the provided diagram of the digestive system. Which organ is labelled as number 3, and what is its specific function? Pause here to have a go yourself. The organ labelled number 3 in the diagram is the stomach. The stomach is responsible for mechanical digestion through churning food, and chemical digestion by secreting gastric juices that contain enzymes and hydrochloric acid. You need to be able to identify each of these organs involved in digestion from a diagram. For our second question, let's match the following functions to the correct organ. Pause here to have a go yourself. The liver produces bile, the substance that aids the digestion of fats. The main organ for the breaking down of large insoluble molecules into smaller soluble molecules and the absorption of nutrients is the small intestine. And finally, the large intestine is important for the absorption of water from undigested food. In summary, digestion breaks down large, insoluble molecules into smaller, soluble ones. These small molecules are absorbed into the bloodstream and transported to body cells. In cells, these small molecules are utilized for energy or as building blocks for growth and repair. We have also covered the human digestive system, specifically focusing on your newfound ability to label the digestive organs on a diagram and describe their specific functions. We began by identifying and locating the major organs of the digestive system, including the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus, along with accessory organs like the liver, pancreas, and gallbladder. We also covered the importance of bile in neutralizing stomach acid and emulsifying fats. Understanding the function of each part of the digestive system helps us to comprehend how our bodies process food in order to obtain nutrients and energy.
Watch the rest of the GCSE biology course at Sophos Education,